we're sitting up here a little bit up from Fort Falls turnoff. We're below Angelus Oaks, but there was a big slide here. You can see it on the left here. Let me see if I can zoom you in here, but two big Caltrans bucket loaders, front loaders, they're grabbing that. I'd say it took up about a third of that turnout. I went by here earlier, about an hour ago, came back down, and they're still grabbing those. There's some big rocks in there. It was about the size of a couch, maybe a refrigerator, and they're bringing it over here to the side, and they're shoving it over the side. That's big rocks. It's getting a little creepy to run out this stretch right here. It's always a stretch that's let me pull back. It's always a stretch that has slides right here, but now with the fire burned the mountain to the left, San Bernardino Mountain, burned it real good. There's nothing really to keep the rocks up there. I'm gonna try and get by here now that we kind of watch them work a little bit. But yeah, it's getting you got to go really slow, and they've got another, you know, the plow trucks that are doing rock runs. So let me see if I can go now. Make sure he's not gonna, doesn't have his bumper backup beeper on. But that's a big pile of rock right there. I don't know if you can see it much better, but that would ruin your day. It would bury a vehicle. And it's going to be sliding. You're probably not going to be able to use this when it rains, and maybe even... Because remember that last couple years after the fire here, the valley fire, it would block the road. It'd take them almost a day to clear, a day and a half. 2 days, I think, one time it was. So don't plan on 38. Oh, I wanted to pick up a mile marker here. What do we got here? What is it? Mile marker 12? 5,000 foot level? I think I saw 12 right there. Let me see if I can. I gotta watch the road there too. Yeah, mile marker 12, right above it on that. What was that? Right turn as you're coming up. Let me see what that one says. Actually, that's not a mile marker. There's, wait, 16. There's 16, so that's going to be 17? Above 17. That didn't seem like it was a mile. Let's see, we had 17, 16. Maybe it was. What did I say, 16 or 17? So definitely come up here even when they opened it up. Be driving slow and look out for rocks. I had to dodge some down here. The Caltrans may have already got them. There was some beer can rocks, size rocks down here. So I'm driving slow because I don't want. Actually, it was on the upbound side, and they were digging out a big one. The smoke's getting bad up here. Last time when I came down, they were digging a big one out that it hit but stuck in the road. It was on the upbound side, and they had popped it loose. It was about the size of a trash can, you know, big, not those big roll arounds, but the old silver, you know, steel ones or aluminum ones. 30 gallon maybe, not the big 50 and the big roll arounds, but the, I'd say 30, 40 gallon trash can size one. Yeah, that's as I'm coming up, I see that, and I was like, oh, do I really want to go up? I did a video earlier coming up. It's basically the same thing, the rock slide. There wasn't much. I did a live broadcast there at the Oaks restaurant, looking at the fire up there. The fire's getting down right behind the fire station in Angelus Oaks, right in front of the Oaks restaurant. It's around to the north, you know, going down towards Jinx Lake. They didn't lose any homes. They in Angelus Oaks here, they got them. Chris said his got gelled. I don't know how many they gelled, but they usually don't do that till the last. So it's got to be really close in there to those homes. I didn't want to go over there and look because there's engines up there, hand crews, and They got hose lays out. You know, they're getting ready to fight it, or they're actually fighting it right there. I couldn't see from the restaurant because of the pine trees are real thick right there. But tonight is going to be the battle for that part of town right there. There's not much wind, and I don't know what the humidity is, but it's pretty cool. So, of course, it got hot today in the valley. It was 102, 103. Yeah, I got 74, which is a lot easier to fight the fire in than 90 or 100. So I think it was a rock there. I think this is down where I saw the rocks. No, it was here's the big turn to the hairpin to go to Valley of the Falls, to Forest Falls. The rocks were up higher that I had to weave through. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this on. Maybe there's not any fire down here you can see anymore. This is Mill Creek Canyon going down to Mountain Home Village. There's really not any fire to. There's really nothing down here to see. You know, 4 days ago, you could see the ridge was on fire. So Lynette lives on the other side of the ridge on the Ucaipa side. Lynette, I don't see. Well, there's a little fire right there. If you look around, you can. Maybe it's a small tree. Whoops. Small tree on fire. From the road here, it looks like a little orange dot. If you put the binoculars on it, you can see it's a manzanita or a pine tree. Yeah, I'm looking for more dots. I don't see any more dots. It's getting harder and harder. As this burns itself out over here, it's getting harder and harder to see the flames. Like last night, I looked for some fire to take a picture of, and I couldn't find any. It's got to be fairly bright for my camera to take a picture at night, unless I set up a tripod. But I didn't see much at all last night. Looking over here, I'm coming down to Mountain Home Village. I see a little bitty orange flame about mid-slope. They saved the picnic area, the Thomas or Thurman Flats. That's all the trees are there, the blackberries, the wild blackberries. If you want to get wild blackberries, and I think they were ripe when I went and checked them the other day. I'll have to check them again. Yeah, I'm still looking for some orange over here. This is above Mountain Home Village right here, which is looking a lot better. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, there's a dot. Kind of 2/3 of the way up the ridge or the slope. No big flames like 5-6 days ago. You had the big flames, and it's not smoky down here. Boy, it's getting smoky. What the heck is that? Oh, that's a car coming out. But it suddenly got smoky. That's why my voice is really. Forest Falls was really bad. I was up there earlier and I had to get out of there. You don't want to go home now until they get all that fire up there, because man, it is smoky. It's kind of settles right there at the top of the canyon. It's like, whoa. And especially if you haven't been in here, choking on smoke, or you're kind of getting used to it. If you come in, and you've had clean air, you're really going to notice it. There's a couple little orange dots right there. We're getting down by the picnic area. But there's nothing big. I haven't seen anything really big yet. And they're all up and down here watching. There was just a sheriff back there, and they've got patrol rigs down here. There might be some guys with their hunting grounds or the picnic area. I saw a guy when I came up was sitting down here. Not a lot of engines like it was, but they're keeping watch, and they got an engine ready just in case. This is right there is the picnic area, the entrance. I don't see anybody in there now, but they could be down lower by the picnic area. And there's one red spot kind of straight out, half the way up the slope. Down here is where, man, look at the smoke down here. The wind must be blowing down canyon. That's the way it was the other night. Last night it was blowing down canyon. That's why mentone and relatives, they smell that fire really strong. The fire's on my left, up really high, on the east side of 38. Nothing's come across. Way back up there below the turnout, it jumped the road. That was like 5-6 days ago. That's what's burning up by Angelus Oaks. That part of the fire that jumped the road went up. It also, besides jumping the road a little bit there, it went up a San Bernardino Mountain. It blew up yesterday there again. The wind came in there and whipped it up. Took it over the ridge toward Jenks Lake. And that's what's burning down. It's kind of backing down in by Angelus Oaks restaurant, the Oaks. We're getting down on that big off-camber turn where everybody loses it right here. Where you see the skid marks going off the road. It's like, you gotta slow down. You hit that with too much speed, you're going over the side. Same thing here on the other side of the bridge down here. You get where the bus wreck was, or the tour bus that crashed. I want to get back here and turn around and see if we can see any red on the ridge for Lynette. There was a crew bus down here when I came up. Was it a crew bus or an engine? There's a cop sitting there, but I don't see the crew bus anymore. There's something down here. A lot of them are staging at the ranger station. Let's see what this is. I'm not sure if he's at the ranger station or he's actually watching the fire here. Let's see what... And I actually got some frost check. I don't know if I drove through some. There's some on my rims and on my rocker panels. So most of it had been dread. It may have been that wet stuff, or that some of that was radiator fluid. But they may have actually, I'm gonna go. I don't see any red up there. I'm gonna go home. Well, thanks for watching. We're in Mentone now. There goes my... Let's put my other lights on here. I'll be back up tomorrow. This is Wednesday, or no, Tuesday, September 15th. It's midnight. There was a video coming up, a live video. Then we did some regular video, a live video. I did another regular video going from Forest Falls to Angelus Oaks, and then up there, I think it's part 3. I did another live broadcast, probably about 11. Showed you the fire that's above Angelus Oaks, above the fire station, and then that was it. Came back down. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.